What I suggest you should do is that one of the 50 minutes should be used specifically for French club activities. Exactly.
Sometimes you use part of your time, organize the students to put them in order before you start with your lesson. That time you are using to organize them goes into the instructional time. When I come into the classroom, I'm starting to teach. I don't need to come and then wait for you to start to put yourself in order.
In private schools, things are different. So the teacher's hands are tied. You, the teacher, will be a victim. The authorities are always behind the students, no matter the condition. No in-service training has been done to teachers at the senior high.
The French Master GH, the French Master GH, the French Master GH, the French Master GH.
TheFrenchMasterGH.com.
Learn French the easy way.
You have 150 minutes to teach French. I'm talking about JHS level, to teach the Common Core program. So that 150 minutes, what I suggest you should do is that one of the 50 minutes should be used specifically for French club activities. It is very, very important for you to open a French club in your school. If not, you are going to suffer. Okay, you are going to suffer as a French teacher. You are really going to suffer. Why am I saying this? You know that there are some schools who start learning French from JHS 1. They don't teach French at the primary level. So these kids come like without any basic knowledge in French. Okay? And there is the curriculum which is telling you that you have to start teaching them from this topic. So what do? You need to create a French club in your school. Of course, it should be voluntary. But I believe as a French teacher, when you do your homework very well, almost all the students will participate in this. You don't need an extra time, like after school or before school resume, like class resume, before you can teach them. You can organize your French club activities. That's an extra hour, which you really don't need. So you can use that 50 minutes to organize your French club activities. Okay? What are some of the things you can do at your French club activities? You can teach basic topics like the name of colors, alphabets, how to count, names of animals, like basic things, songs that you want to teach them. Okay? You need to teach them at a French club meeting. Don't use instructional time to be teaching songs in the classroom. I made that mistake a lot of times. Okay, I made that mistake. Mr. Gamati is back. I pray the network is good now. Mr. Gamati, I pray the network is good now. Hello.
Yes, I prayed. I pray this time the network should be good.
Okay, I can hear you now, so that's good. So I was saying that the new curriculum now states that you have 50 minutes times 3. That's 150 minutes to teach French at the junior high level. And I think there are a lot of French teachers who are not aware of this, because someone asked me recently that how many periods are you supposed to use at the senior at the junior high school level? And I said 150 minutes. Just that you can use 100 minutes to teach and use the other 50 minutes for your French club activities. That's what I suggest. Okay. So when you use the 50 minutes for French club activity, you can use that 50 minutes to teach basic topics like colors, how to greet, simple things that the kids don't know. Okay, and then you use the remaining 50 minutes, okay, to teach your topics. Now, how do you effectively teach these topics for the kids to really grab the concepts? Because they are starting to learn French from the junior high school level. You have, after the 50 minutes for the French club meetings, You have additional 250 minutes for other topics, okay, or for the normal instructional period. Now you have 4 skills to treat on that one particular topic. For instance, if I want to teach se présenter, okay, I have to tackle compréhension orale, production orale, compréhension écrite, et production écrite. You can't overburden the students by teaching all the 4 topics, of all the 4 aspects or all the 4 skills at the same time. Okay, that's what we are trying to avoid. So you can tackle 2 skills at a time. How are you going to do this? Meaning you are going to do compréhension orale et production orale for the first 50 minutes. Or you can do only compréhension orale, where you have a video or an audio or a picture for them to describe. They need to talk. They need to listen to something, okay, either an audio or watch a video, make commentaries. You have questions that are set for them, okay. Now you need to do this thing so that they can master the topic very well. Mind you, you cannot do comprehension oral without entering into production oral. That's not possible. That's not possible. So surely, for you to know that these kids really understand whatever you are saying, you really need to let them talk. Okay? Just that the activity for comprehension oral is not, the speaking level is not that intense as production oral, but it's going to form as the basis for the next lesson. It's going to form the basis for the next lesson. So you can teach the comprehension oral for 150 minutes, and the next 50 minutes you teach the production oral. Or you can teach the 2 within 50 minutes if you want. In the other 50 minutes, you teach the other 2 skills. Meaning that if you teach 2 within 50 minutes, in a week, you are supposed to teach 1 full topic, 1 full substrand. Okay? A substrand is a topic you are teaching. The substrand is a topic you are teaching. And Mr. Gamiti said his network is bad. Sorry for that. Okay, you can still join us in the comment section. And if you want to join us on the panel to share your opinion, you can come on. Just go to WhatsApp, look for WhatsApp channel, look for the French Master GH, subscribe, you'll get a link there. Just click on the link and I'll see it here and I'll take you to the stage. Or if you are in my groups, WhatsApp or Telegram, the links are there. You can just click and you join me. So let's move on. So you can teach 1 substrand a week or 1 substrand in 2 weeks. But the French club activity is very important. I see a lot of French teachers using instructional time to teach songs. Okay, the time you set to teach topic, you realize that there is boredom in the classroom. You are teaching them a song. No, I suggest that the third 50 minutes and have a tete-a-tete with your head teacher and agree that the third 50 minutes should be given to you for French club activity. So it should be on the timetable, French club. Okay, now once you have a French club set up, if you need a guide on how to set up a French club, it's very easy. I have a video on my YouTube channel, the French Master GH, on how to create a French club that is going to be very active in your class. Okay, you can still send me a DM. I will send you a document that I prepared on that. It's very easy and it's going to reduce your workload. It's going to make your work very easy. Imagine you teach them the songs during the French club activities already. Okay, when you come to the classroom and you realize that there is boredom has set in. Okay, what we do? Antonin chanson. Okay, they already know the songs, so they only start singing, and joy will come back to the classroom. Oui, bonsoir, Monsieur Gameti. Bonsoir, Monsieur Olivier. Emmanuel Diatta, bonsoir. Je pense que vous portez bien. Okay. So once boredom sets in, you just encourage them to come in with the games, activities, and stuff. And this is going to be part of your instructional time. So you're not going to set additional time, okay, for French club. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. Your French club meetings can be just 30 minutes. It's not bad. Some of the activities you can do in the French club meeting to encourage the students or to lure them to you is by showing them movies. These students like movies a lot. Okay, that's one of the main reasons why I started streaming movies on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. So if you are in your French club meeting, why not? You can just log in. You come to Facebook, get to my page. You look for one of the movies. I have movies in episode. I'll be streaming more every Thursday from 7 p.m. I'll be streaming movies every Thursday, every week. I'll make sure I keep to that. And you have these movies there. You can play the movies for them to watch. Okay, so once they watch the movie, they make commentaries. Okay, you center your discussion based on the movie. The movie should be in French, but they can do the discussion in English, but encourage them to speak French. Okay, you can even set a rule that those who speak French, the more we have a particular book where their names are written. So if you want your name to be written here at the end of the academic year, you have a gift. Why not? This student will be motivated, and you see that this French club is going to boost their interest to learn French first. So when it's time for you to teach instructional time itself, they'll be more happy to join your class. They will not be in your class and be feeling bored. They will not be in your class and be thinking that French is very difficult to learn. No. Once the interest is in, nothing is difficult. If your interest is to make money in this life, do you think there is something that can stop you from working hard? You work hard. Wherever you know there is money, you will go there. So the same thing with the teaching and learning process. The second thing is that for you to manage instructional time effectively, you and your head teacher, this one is going to head teachers per se. Please, we beg you, your meetings should be snappy. Shouldn't be too much. Why not hold meetings online? That's very good. Why not hold standing meetings? Okay. When teachers come to assemble that early morning, within 5 to 10 minutes, you have your agenda. Talk. Don't waste time on this thing. On one issue, you see schools where you have a meeting from morning to the afternoon. You are wasting time, and that time is money. You are wasting the kids' time. Their future is running. Okay. So as a teacher, if you want to suggest this, you don't need to go and attack your head teacher. You need to, you are subordinate to your head teacher. You just suggest some of the ways. So let me suggest some of these ways where you can hold your meetings very snappy or quickly. Okay, good. Do you know that as a school, you can hold meetings on Telegram? You can hold meetings on Telegram. What's the use of all these technologies? Let's make good use of the technologies. Create a Telegram channel for your school, okay, where you can live stream a movie. Because recently, those people who subscribe to the special French teacher package that I've published, I had a workshop for them, a full workshop for them on Telegram. They can testify. And at the end of the day, too, you can still record that meeting where it can be reshared on that particular platform. Those who are not part of the meeting can still see or watch the meeting and react to it. So I don't see why you have to stand and leave the students in the classroom. They'll be shouting. Sometimes you see the students be making noise all over while teachers are under the tree or are in the staff common room, making long meetings, be dragging the issue. be dragging the issue all the time. It's very bad. It is very, very, very bad. So I think we need to work on that. It's very, very important. Let's start using technology. Okay, let's start using technology. Why not say after school? Okay, maybe 4 to 5 p.m. or 5 to 6 p.m. you have or 30 minutes meeting on Telegram. All the teachers are gone home, they will rest a bit. You agree on a particular time, a communicate is set, you go to Telegram, you set the meeting down, everyone will be notified, and you use that particular time to hold your meetings. Same way as a teacher, okay? If there's no time, sometimes you can as well hold these particular meetings for your French club. It's never bad. Okay, like vacation, instead of the kids to go around be misbehaving left, right, left, right, left, right, why not set up a Telegram channel where you can engage them once a while, so that they don't lose contact with you. I have another guess. Okay, James King. Yeah, we can see you.
It's like my place is very dark.
Okay, there's no problem.
Yes.
Please, your name and where you come from and where you teach.
Okay, thank you, and good evening to all my colleague participants. I'm so grateful for this platform. My name is James Tenga. I teach at Bolgatanga Senior High School in the Upper East region.
Good. So you teach French or other subjects?
Yes, I teach both French and English. I teach both French and English.
Very good, very good. So our topic for today is how to effectively manage instructional time in our French class or in our school. So what do you have to say about that?
Yes. As you have started before I came in, soberly, and then just make us we go along.
The network.
Yes, I think my network here is not that good, but I'm saying that I have just come, I've just joined you, so I crave your indulgence to spare me a bit of time so that I also reflect and I go along with you. If there are contributions to be made, I will just make it in line with whatever you are going to present. Sorry.
I can make a quick recap for you.
Thank you.
As I said earlier, I said instructional time is a time that is allocated for instruction, for teaching and learning, okay? And for assessment and extracurricular activities. So extracurricular activity, assessment, that is like exam, revision, exercise period, and the teaching and learning period are all part of the instructional time.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of French teachers who complain that, well, not French teachers, a lot of teachers, you plan a lesson for 50 minutes, you go to the class, at the end, you realize that you are not able to teach like up to expectation. All the things you needed to cover, you couldn't cover them before the time gets away. Okay? The another aspect is that we use time that is supposed to be used for teaching for other things that are not relevant, and at the end of the day, before the term ends, you are not able to cover all the topics. So the students are the losing end. And
this network.
I've also said that the new curriculum, which is coming very soon, is coming to senior high school because the meeting was held already. I think the samples are already in place. Very soon, the Common Core program also comes to senior high school. So at the junior high school, the time for instruction has been increased up to 150 minutes, which a lot of teachers are not aware of, because a lot of them asked me, and I said we have 50 minutes times 3 in the curriculum. So if it's not on your timetable, you can have a discussion, a tete-a-tete with your headmaster, and then you come to conclusion. So I suggest that you should use one of the 50 minutes for French club meetings. You don't need an extra time for French club meetings. So you use the other 250 minutes to teach. That's 100 minutes to teach. Since with the new curriculum, you are supposed to teach using the skills. So you have 4 skills to tackle: compréhension orale, production orale, compréhension écrite, et production écrite. Okay, so you can teach 2 skills within the 50 minutes. And that 50 minutes, 2 skills, so you are able to cover 1 substrand. So at the French club meetings, do you know that there are a lot of schools start learning French from junior high school 1, the basic 7, okay, and they don't have any basic knowledge in French. So you can use the 50 minutes for the French club activities to teach them basic things like colors, how to count, names of animals, basic things, alphabets, things that they need to know so that they can easily understand and read and write the French you are going to teach them for the next 2 periods. Okay, it's also another avenue for you to harness their interests. A lot of students like these movies stuff, so get a movie that is in French. You can play to them at the French club meeting. After watching the movie, you have discussions, do fun activities. This will make the children fall in love with the language. And when it's time for you to teach, they are really going to pay attention. I believe students that you are showing movies to, you are playing games to, within that 15 minutes will also have the time for you when it's time for you to teach. Okay, these particular French club meetings can also be used to teach songs. Instead of you to use instructional time, I was on a supervision assignment with my craft director, and one of the French teachers was teaching songs during the instructional time. Okay, I didn't say anything because we need to discuss that in private, but I think you can use the French club activities or meetings to teach the songs. So when you are teaching and you realize that there is boredom in the classroom or there is a need for you to sing, they already know the song, and you just say entonnez une chanson, and they will sing a song that they think is okay for them. And this will make your classroom very lively and your time will be very snappy. So for instance, before you start a lesson, you need mise en train. You need to tu dois éveiller l'esprit des élèves. Okay, so once they know these things already, you can just tête, épaule, jambes, pieds. They already know it during the French club meeting. So it's not now that you are going to teach them. So if you plan that your mise en train should be 2 minutes, you can do it within 2 minutes without teaching them any new thing. Before you start. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to cover your topic and you'll be able to teach your lesson within that time. So that's where I was before you came in.
Okay. Thank you very much for this brief recap, and I'm so grateful. I think,
let me not forget the schools too. Staff meetings are too much. You'll see a staff meeting where the teachers will drag one issue from morning to afternoon under the tree or the staff common room, and the students are in the classroom. And at the end, if they are not able to perform, the teacher is going to be blamed.
Yes.
Okay. So I suggest that we should use technology. Recently, French teachers who subscribe to my special teacher package, I had a meeting for them on Telegram.
Okay.
It's very easy and it's very effective for you to hold a meeting, even do presentations on Telegram. Okay. And if people don't know that, I can make a tutorial on how to do it that I'll post on the page. You can get it, use it for your staff meeting. You can close from school. Maybe you can decide that from 6 to 7 p.m. or 6 to 6:30 p.m. you have a meeting. You create a Telegram page for your school. Use it for your school meetings.
Okay.
And the meeting can be recorded. Okay,
Yeah.
it can be recorded as well, and it can still be available on the page for those who might not be able to attend the meeting to listen to it and react
On
to
the
it
page.
later.
Yeah.
On the page, on Telegram. Yes.
Yeah.
So if we can put these things in place, we can easily manage instructional time. That's my suggestion. So I'm all ears.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. I think these are very lovely ideas. In fact, I am very privileged to be part of this session, and it will go a long way to enrich my teaching skills. But as you said, one other thing I've also taken note is that sometimes the teacher enters the class, and then before you start with your lesson, especially French, because the interest of the students, not that they don't have the interest, but the way and manner we teach French, the interest is not there that much. So the students will tend to play or fool about. The teacher will be teaching, but that concentration will not be there. Sometimes you use part of your time to organize the students, to put them in order before you start with your lesson. That time you are using to organize them or to put them in order so that you are able to start your class goes into the instructional time. So what do we do about this? The best thing to do is to be able to put in place certain classroom rules.
Okay,
so
I'm
that
not cutting you. You have a
anytime
senior
you
man
are
in the
coming
house.
for your
So, Doyen, you're welcome. Okay. So, Monsieur, continue.
Okay, so I'm saying that
Yeah.
anytime you are going as a French teacher, let the students have that at the back of their minds. Let them have that print in the mind that this teacher coming has his own principles and we must follow. Other than that, if you want to follow the trend of other teachers, they have to enter the class, they have to organize, put the class in proper order before they start. It will still go into your instructional hour. But I think that before I began teaching, the first day I met my class, I told them that these are my principles. When I come into the classroom, I'm starting to teach. I don't need to come and then wait for you to start to put yourself in order. So anytime it is my period and I'm coming to the classroom, just bear in mind that before I step into the classroom, you are in proper order. You put yourself in that proper arrangement so that I'll come in and start with my lesson. But this is one of the things that sometimes most teachers use their instructional hour to do. The second thing I am happy with is it's like sometimes it doesn't look attractive. We should teach the French with the suggestion you have given, with songs, with movies, with some other games that will help the students to play alongside, and as they play alongside, they learn. But actually, the new curriculum, it doesn't affect the Form 2s and the Form 3s. So once it doesn't affect Form 2s and Form 3s, we those who are teaching Form 2s and Form 3s at the senior high school, we are unaware of this development, except those who are teaching the Form 1s or those who are about to teach the Form 1s. They have this opportunity.
Okay.
So what you have told me is a new information I have gathered, and I think it will help me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Doyen, Monsieur Wasi Christophe, you're welcome. Bonsoir, Monsieur. The platform is yours. I would like the audience to know that Monsieur Wasi is a former CREF director. Is one of our big men in the Volta region of Ghana. He contributed a lot to the teaching and learning of French. Not only that, in the teacher association too, I'll let him talk about himself. Okay, boss. Monsieur Christophe, vous avez la parole. It seems the voice is not coming. I can't hear you, please.
Bonjour à tout le monde.
Bonjour,
Est-ce que
monsieur.
ça vous apparaît maintenant?
Oui. Tout est
My
bon.
name is Jackie Christophe. My name is
Okay.
Jackie Christophe.
Okay.
Excuse me to come in. I'm not a former CREP director. I'm still a resource person from 2006 up to now. And we are working together with any CREP director that comes there. I'm ever ready to work with everyone. And I hope the work is continuing. With the discussion, despite that I joined the train on the way, but the little that I've gathered from the previous speaker is classroom management as I can see it on the screen, how to effectively manage instructional time in your French class. Right? It's a thing that we all have been trying to do. But to be honest with everyone, with GES and their policies, classroom management, every teacher is trying, but the attitude of the students based on things put in place, we are still not realizing it. That's from my personal experience. But I'm sure in private schools, things are different. So if they are saying it, people will not understand. In our GES now, excuse me to say, the teachers' hands are tied. For that matter, students are equally not obeying teachers. And nowadays, if you are not careful, you, the teacher, will be a victim.
Yes.
The authorities are always behind the students, no matter the condition.
Yeah.
Come to the French teaching, as someone has said, the first speaker has said, the program in place now does not even reach the senior high level. No in-service training has been done to teachers at the senior high. Despite that, some selected people went for the course, awaiting that will rule this course in for senior high school French teachers. But I may say from 2019 up to now or so, nothing has been put on the table for French teachers so far as the new program is concerned. And for that matter, I may say it's only Mr. Fiati Elvis is the only person struggling in the Volta region to get a book for us, but he's always at the primary level. So the teaching is difficult in a way.
Yeah.
And secondly, the way French teachers are trained, mostly those coming from the Francophone country, the system in Ghana, the discipline aspect, they are ready. That made it in a way that almost all other teachers that I met on the field and up to now, their complaint is French teachers are too hard. French teachers, the discipline is too hard. My French teacher made me to quit the French lesson. My French teacher this, my French teacher that.
That was
So
our
I will
last week
beg.
discussion, and it was very terrible. a lot of people share their experience, as you said, that French teachers are wicked. French teachers, they lash a lot.
But that is the way some of us, if we want to talk about lashing, some of us we even receive slaps Then who are you to open your mouth to say this or that? Or where are you going to report? But the present situation is no more like that. The present situation we are experiencing now, you, the teacher, if you are not careful, your bread will be out from your mouth.
Exactly.
So I will only plead with my friend teachers in particular. I always say, Ifo ale molo molo. That is
Exactly.
the way taking my lesson. Presently, I beg my students to follow my lesson. Despite that, I always beg them. Excuse me to say, if you go to the European country, especially where Mr. Fiati is now, I've been there before. If your students are not passing in your subject area, then you, the teacher, you have a question mark.
Yeah.
Likewise, the situation in private schools in Ghana. And for that matter, they cannot contain that. And for that matter, the authorities, they are rather going fictitious way by buying questions or papers for the students. And they say they pass. But the aspect we want to tackle once we are surrounded with francophone countries is the spoken language. Communicate. Language, excuse me to say, it is not mathematics. And if you can speak the language, who knows that you have learned that language? And where the language is spoken, that is where things are settled to know that, yes. So I always tell my students, if you have A in French and it's on paper, it's in your pocket, who knows that you got A in French? So if, for example, I meet you on the way, then I say, bonjour, monsieur. Are you going to tell me that, oh, wait. Then you take a pen and paper and write the answer on it and show it to me to read myself? Or what? You must be able to speak the language.
Yeah.
And now, excuse me to say, Mr. Fiati Elvis is putting things in place to facilitate the spoken. So buying those gadgets is up to the teachers. I don't know if private schools, they are buying it for them. But I've realized that most of teachers in the government sector, we are not ready to buy the gadgets, the necessary book to support our teaching. That is the problem I'm seeing. And I've also realized that those that went for a workshop, things that were taught, that thing with the students. That is my major problem.
Yeah.
My major problem is that those that went for the training or for the new course, what they were taught to come and do in the classroom, most are not doing it. And they are teaching the French in English, excuse me to put it that way. Exactly. Because the student understanding is a problem. But all that I always say is that they should continue speaking the French for them. The other major problem, we are not in a francophone country, so apart from the classroom, you will not hear anything again. So they are to intensify the spoken at all times, because a toddler to start speaking the language is what he will be hearing from people around him, the parents or any other individual around him. Those are the exact words that he or she will also be repeating with time, and you pick up the language. So I will only encourage my brothers that they should continue speaking the French language to the students, whether they understand or not. they should beef up with hot actions, gestures, and by so doing, the student will know what exactly you are telling him. Continuously, they will pick it. So I'm begging with everyone that they should put in much effort for the spoken aspect to encourage the students so that French teachers, excuse me to say, will not become redundant in the system, because we are not careful. Once your student, you are not getting anyone to teach as a French teacher, what subject are you going to teach? You are going to force your way that you are teaching French, English, or what? So I'm begging. A situation in the country now, they came out with something, but they themselves turn out to say they didn't say so yet.
Exactly.
But once a rumor, we must be very careful and pray that that rumor should not come into reality. I'll pause there
There's
for
always an
others
iota of truth in a rumor.
So please, I will stop here for others also to continue. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
We really thank you so much. In fact, almost all the things that you said, I'll tackle from the first point you made about the government aspects. Once I got here in France, I've realized that the first thing I saw, we have a language lab. The language lab is not enough. In every classroom, you have a projector. In every classroom, you have a projector for the teacher to teach. So, for instance, I'm teaching English, and it's very easy for me to play a video for them to watch, and then we will discuss. We will have a discussion based on that. And also about instructional time, you will see that everything is well planned from the government level. And as you said, if a child doesn't perform well, you are going to be held responsible. And but at that same time, everything is placed at your disposal to make your work very easy for you. Unlike our place where you don't even have the materials, and it's very difficult for you to use your listening. And I've seen one thing too is that the teachers here, they get their own textbooks, the ones they want to use to effectively teach in their classroom. They get some of the materials they think that will make their work very easy for them, and they are able to deliver up to expectation. The second thing that you've spoken about, that's the workshops, where people go to workshops, and people like you as a resource person who has been doing your best every year during trainings and workshops, things are told, the workshops are ongoing and people participate, and they are not able to implement whatever they learned in the workshop in the classroom. For instance, there's one time where myself and Mr. Agbesi was going on supervision, and I followed him. We went to some schools. You realize that the teacher was at the previous workshop, but still teaching the old way. Like he's not using the new method that he's supposed to use. And so this is very evident. You, after saying this, I quickly remembered. It reminded me of that particular event where a teacher who was in a workshop the previous week is not able to implement whatever he learned just a week ago in the classroom. So you see that the time and resources that were put in place to make sure that this workshop comes in is kind of going in vain. So we also plead that the government should look into this, because today, for instance, I was in a class and I told my students, they asked me if we learn French, how am I able to speak French like that if I come from an English speaking country? And I said, oh, we are we are surrounded by French-speaking countries, so it's very imperative. If it's very good for us to learn French. So we do our best to learn French, and there are other ways we also like language immersion and stuff that we use to learn Dusi. And I've realized that there are a lot of French teachers too who do not make use of the French lab in the CREF. In fact, there are a lot of new French teachers who don't even know if where the CREF center is in their region, which is very bad. In Ho, for instance, when you go there, there are a lot of books in the library you can read as a French teacher to improve your own level of French. I've been there for some times, and there are a lot of books there you can use. You can read yourself grammar, any aspects. We have there is a projector, we have TV. There are a lot of resources there that you can use. No one is preventing you from coming to CREF, but you should know that the teaching and learning goes with structures. And I think now CREF is the representative of GES when it comes to teaching and learning of French. I believe my boss.
Yes, please.
So it's very important for us to also use some of these resources. You get in touch with CREF, you get in touch, you make sure that whatever you are taught during the workshops are implemented. And this is going to help all of us. The last but not the least that you tackled is the incessant use of the English language during the French class. I would say the first 2 weeks that I came here, the student never knew that I can speak French. So the day I spoke French, they were very surprised. I just did that to see whether they will grasp my concept or not. And it's like they don't have any choice. They don't have a choice. So they adjust their mind to it. That okay, our teacher cannot speak French, so we just have to adjust ourselves. So they adjusted themselves to it, and it was going on very smoothly. So as Monsieur Wasi Christophe said, let's try to use French more, add gestures if they don't understand, and molo they will get it. We thank you so much, our boss, for coming on the live. Yeah, next week we are going to discuss activities that we can use in the classroom to make teaching and learning very fun and interactive. Next week, same time from 7 p.m. GMT. That will be Tuesday from 7 p.m. We have a lot of experienced teachers who would like to, who really would love to share their experience with us. So, Monsieur Christophe, if you can join us next week 7 p.m., we'll be so glad, because I know you have a lot to share with us, and we the new teachers and a lot of new teachers who are on the live will learn a lot from that and implement some of this in their classrooms.